Weather Watchers, I am the host for South Carolina Weather, Jason Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Sunday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, as you can see, most of those storm showers, I should say, that was pretty much inside the Low Country region, is now moving off down to the south, and we don't have to worry about really any more rain going into tonight. Some people disagree, say that we could see some more showers, mainly inside of like this region. But we'll see. We'll check out the models and see what they show. The new models. I have not seen the new models yet, so we're going to check that out later. Kind of like a little live reaction. If we're going ahead and look at the MRMS, though, we can go ahead and check out everyone. Pretty much check out everyone inside the United States. I'm going ahead and zoom on out. We have some pretty bad storms, and when I say bad, I mean absolutely ridiculous storms. We have close to 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts going through Kansas right now. Maybe 80 to 100 miles per hour going through Kansas right now. Very, 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 very bad storms going through there. Pretty much from the Wichita region to the Great Bend, Hutchinson region as well. So if you know anybody inside those regions, make sure that they are okay because some very, very bad storms. You can see the outline of the storms right here. Going through Newton, about to go in through Wichita, Council Grove, just went through Junction City, I think that's Salina, McPherson, Hutchinson. All of those places are seeing damage. As of now, kind of, if you guys remember what I was talking about Houston, this is pretty much a Houston 2.0. Um, but this is the central U.S., so they're usually kind of a bit more used to stuff like that, especially storms like that. We do have some showers and storms, obviously, off the coast in the Atlantic and in Florida as well as Georgia. The East Coast, I mean, if you don't count the storms out to sea, we're actually pretty quiet. Not really looking at anything right now. We do have some storms down here just to the south of Chicago, as well as over here inside of obviously the Kansas region, as well as up here in the Dakotas as well. We do have some showers up here inside of the Wisconsin, Minnesota regions, as well as some scattered showers in the northern or the northwestern United States. We do have some showers also as well inside of Rock Hill, Colorado, pretty much all of the Rocky Mountains as well, is what I could say. Let's go ahead and talk about the cloud cover. So cloud cover right now is pretty low to the ground as of now, mainly near Columbia, Florence, Charleston, Savannah, just around Augusta as well as Myrtle Beach, and up there inside the upstate we do have some low clouds. Over here for the cloud cover total percentage, here you can see that cloud cover kind of starts off strong, but then it kind of starts to dissipate a little bit. Once that gets out of the way, you're not really watching for too much. Really just some more clear skies potentially possible going into tomorrow, but then that cloud cover will try to build back up just a tiny little bit as we get into like tomorrow afternoon. So it's gonna be kind of like a partly cloudy, partly sunny day tomorrow. Here is our current temperature: 70 in Columbia, 71 in Charleston, 70 in Savannah, 71 in Myrtle Beach, 70 in Rock Hill, 71 in Anderson and Greenville as well. Here's our low temperatures for Sunday night for tonight: 60 inside of Georgetown, 65 Charleston, 66 Hilton Head, 62 in Myrtle Beach, 62 in Columbia, 60 up there inside of Greenville and Anderson, as well as 58 for Rock Hill, 60 for Cheraw, as well as 61 in Aiken. Forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours, according to the National Weather Service, from 8 o'clock tonight to 8 o'clock tomorrow. Obviously, mainly 8 o'clock is pretty much past. So I do think that pretty much all of those showers that we're talking about is pretty much gone. So honestly, at this point, I'd honestly say that no precipitation is really expected, but we're going to go ahead and look at the models anyway and see what they show going into like late tonight as well. So let's go ahead and switch over to the composite reflectivity. And here we go. I'm going to switch over my screen to here. You can see that as we get into around 8 o'clock, there goes these showers and storms kind of moving off. Here's 10 o'clock. thinks that those storms will be around Beaufort, and they'll finally push off around 12 o'clock. So definitely watch out for that. And other than that, that's all that I see. So it's going to be a nice night tonight, and probably a nice day tomorrow as well. So let's continue on. Let's go ahead and talk about severe weather. We still have a TSTM for today that really includes only pretty much from the upstate all the way down towards the low country of South Carolina. If I do refresh, see if they just put in an update or not, they have not quite yet. That'll probably be out a bit later. But as of now, just a TSTM. If you make it, just get a regular garden variety thunderstorm if you're inside the light green region, as well as the dark green as well. I guess that little storm that we saw inside of the Beaufort region, I guess I think that that could potentially be severe, with just a chance for some damaging winds and some hail as well. But I wouldn't be too worried. Nothing tomorrow and nothing for Tuesday as well. And nothing pretty much for the next 8 or so days. So we might be on a little severe weather break just for now. More severe weather is definitely on the way. Here is our excessive rainfall. And usually, when you don't have really any severe weather, you usually don't see any excessive rainfall. Obviously, you know, usually you always have some type of excessive rainfall down here inside the south, especially. But it's not really, it hasn't really been quite really as active in terms of excessive rainfall or flooding and all that kind of stuff. Yes, we've had like some downpours and all that kind of stuff, and we've had some flooded places as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did. But just in terms of just regular South Carolina rain, we have not really been seeing too much in terms of flooding, flash flooding as well. I've not seen any reports from where I am. I've not seen any types of reports of flash flooding or anything like that in a while. And remember last time we were under a slight risk of excessive rainfall, it got downgraded like the next day to like a marginal. So here's our drought monitor. Nothing really for South Carolina. Just a regular white means none. No type of drought is expected. And let's go ahead and talk about the future. So here you can see, let's go ahead and move on. Once you push this forward, we got a nice little break that high pressure takes over the southeast, and we get pretty much spared for most storms and showers until around May the 23rd. We might see some showers up there inside the upstate. We have a little tropical system trying to do something out here in the Atlantic. It's not going to go towards us. It's probably going to dissipate, but again, nothing really that we have to watch out too much for. We probably don't have to watch even at all. Not even worth mentioning, I'd say. Here's the 25th, pretty much just showing some more showers, some more storms. And then on the 26th as well, could be a pretty interesting day. You can see the little dark reds down here. That could potentially be some thunderstorm development as well, so we're going to have to watch out for that as well. Same thing with the 27th as well. Maybe even have to watch out for some flash flooding, even going to like the 27th, the 28th, as well as the 29th as well. Another high pressure takes over the region, and we have this little slow moving line of storms or line of showers trying to move into the Appalachian Mountains, but they kind of dissipate. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and talk about this week. Then we're going ahead and look up and talk to the audience, do our San Antonio forecast, and then we're going to be out of here. So let's go ahead. Here it is. Right here. Here is our week outlook for the next 7 days. Pretty much, we're going to be above average in terms of temperatures this week. Not too much above average, but noticeably above average. Same thing with precipitation. If you want to look at precipitation, it's going to be actually kind of a bit below average, so a bit kind of the opposite. So pretty much not too much above, not too much below average. Same thing with the temperature, is not really too much above average. So it's going to be an above average temperature week and a below average rain week, and that's really because of that low pressure that I was just talking about earlier. Not low pressure, high pressure that I was just talking about earlier. That high pressure obviously brings that nice fair weather, and that low pressure brings that bad weather that we do not want. Up there, you can see up there inside of the northern U.S., though, they're going to be having some very above average precipitation. And in terms of temperatures, very below average in the west, very above average in the east. That creates obviously a battle zone in between the cold air and the warm air. And what I've said before, when that warm air and that cold air connect with one another, they pretty much you could say battling it out, and that causes severe storms. That disruption between the two air masses causes severe weather, thunderstorms, and if those key ingredients are inside of the atmosphere, those storms will start to get going, and they will start to pretty much not do good things. And so pretty much you're gonna have to watch for some thunderstorm development. Pretty much I say for like mostly the central US as well, going up inside the northern US for this week as well. And that's pretty much exactly it, because if you go on to the SPC outlook, you can already see that there's already like a day 3, like March, I think it's an enhanced risk of severe weather that could potentially be put on to moderate. I mean, you can see it was this day 3. Let me see. I think it's day 4. Must be. It's either day 3 or day 4. But yeah, you can already see. Yeah, there's a slight risk right there. So that's the boundary between the warm air in the east, the cool air on the west. That's what that does. So let's go ahead and hear from our audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by coming down to the streams, clicking that little click the little play button on the live notification when it comes up, or if you get a text message as well, you can also do that as well. So we have 4 chats today. Good evening to the best weatherman I know. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Keep up the good work. You're doing a fabulous job. Love you to the moon and back. On Cheryl, thank you for that. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, JP. Good evening to you. My cousin says, hey, Joseph, how are you doing? And then, hi, Joseph. So let's go ahead and do our famous and the only one in the world, probably not, but the best San Antonio forecast as well. I've heard that I've been spot on with these, so I hope to keep that going. Here's the HRRR though. We're going to go all the way back to the first hour. In terms of precipitation, not watching for anything. So we're good in terms of that. In terms of temperature wise, here, we're going to go all the way back to around 8 o'clock. We'll see what happens there. Right now, though, it seems like it's still around 94 degrees. Even at 8 o'clock here, 9 o'clock, still 91. Lows for tonight will go around 72. And then once we go into tomorrow, around highs. Oh, I'm on the wrong Z. Oops. Let me go to the 18Z. Again, I was on the wrong 20. I was on the 23Z instead of the 18Z. But as we go into tonight, low temperatures will be around in like 72, 73, 74. And then as we go into tomorrow, you'll get highs around 96 as well. And then going into tomorrow night, you'll see lows around 76. And then going into tomorrow at around 2 o'clock, you'll see highs around probably like the low to mid 90s as well, going into the 21st, which is Tuesday. And that's that. In terms of severe weather, let me turn off the model real quick. Let me go to the SPC outlook. You are under no risk for today or tomorrow or day 3 or day 4 or day 5. You're pretty much good in terms of severe weather for the next couple of days, so that's something good, I guess, that you can look out for. And then in terms of excessive rainfall, you are under a day 4 risk of excessive rainfall. This is for Wednesday, I believe, and you have a huge slight risk over here that includes like Dallas all the way up into southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and the southeastern and the Boot Hill of Missouri as well. So Wednesday, you're going to have to watch out for a chance for some excessive rainfall. Same thing. Actually, not the same thing for day 5. Really just day 4. Chance for some excessive rainfall on Wednesday. So chances of minor flooding. Not really anything that you really have to watch out too much for. But just if you see a flooded road or flooded roadway, just make sure you don't drive into that. And you should be all good. So that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn this off. And then we have one more chat saying, you are doing awesome. Thank you for that. And then other than that, that's all. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic weekend. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic weekend. And we're gonna have to get through this work week right here, and then we'll be pretty much at the end of May. Pretty much we just have next week to go through, and then we'll be in June. So it'll be officially June time, officially summertime, I should say, meteorological summertime going into next week Saturday as well. So we have around a good 13 days until we hit meteorological summer. But real summer doesn't start until like late June as well. So pretty sure everyone knows that. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the music for the live people. If you're on the recording, make sure you guys hit the like button, the subscribe button as well. Looking at the count right now, we have 5 likes and 6 people watching. So we need that one person to go on ahead and hit that like button real quick. If you have not already, make sure you guys hit the like button, the subscribe button as well. We're still at 104 subscribers. I want to see how far we can get until we get to around May the 31st, which was my goal. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna see what happens. But still at 104. Keep on sharing that. Keep on sharing the link. Keep on doing the stuff that y'all do, and that's it. So everyone have a fantastic Sunday night, and I'll be back for tomorrow morning, Monday morning for another episode.